Welcome to another video on project management. In this video, we are going to look at the team domain of project management. So the topics that we are going to cover is about project resource management, the different stages of team formation, then the organizational theories that motivate employees. And we also go through the project resource management process as outlined in the earlier version of PMBOK. So project resource management, that is the team, includes the processes to identify your team, acquire your team, and manage the resources needed for successful completion of the project. So a project manager has to invest suitable effort in acquiring, managing, motivating, and empowering the project team. As such, a project manager is both a leader and a manager of the project team. The project manager should be aware of the team environment, the geographical locations of the team members. For example, today we have diverse teams spread all over the globe. Communication among stakeholders, organizational change management, internal and external politics, cultural issues, and other factors that can affect the project performance. So there are different management methods for resources like just-in-time, Kaizen, total productive maintenance, theory of constraints, etc. A project manager has to demonstrate emotional intelligence by improving the inbound and outbound competencies. Teams should be able to function in the absence of centralized control. Such teams are called self-organized teams, and they demonstrate proactive behavior. We also have virtual teams or distributed teams with the globalization of projects, and they work across different time zones. Because each project is unique, there are some considerations for tailoring the project resource management also. So you must assess what is the diversity of the team, what is their physical location, what are the specific resources needed by the industry, how do you acquire your team members, are they full-time or part-time, and how do you manage and motivate your team members, and what life cycle approach do you use on this project. In an agile environment with high variability, so for team structures, maximum focus on collaboration is done, and you have self-organizing teams rather than generalizing specialists. So this collaboration is intended to boost productivity, improve communication, and increase knowledge sharing, and provide flexibility of works assignments, in addition to other advantages. Now, this is input tools, techniques, and outputs, which is from the earlier version of PMBOK, version 6. Here you see that to plan your resources, you need the project charter, the project management plan, and documents like the schedule, the requirements, risk register, etc. And what are some of the tools that are used? Expert judgment, hierarchical charts, responsibility assignment matrix, etc. And the outputs are the resource management plan, the team charter, and the risk register and assumption logs. Now, this is something like an organization chart. So it tells you how the hierarchical relationship within a project. So you have the project sponsor, the stakeholders, the project manager taking care of his team. This is what is called as the RACI chart. RACI stands for responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. So as you can see in this chart, you can see that different people are being assigned different responsibilities or accountabilities in this chart. For example, Anne is accountable for creating the charter, whereas Ben is responsible, and Carlos, Dinah, and Ed are informed. For every project, RACI charts identify who is responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. As far as accountability is concerned, there can be only one person who is accountable for any activity. This is a resource histograms. They're used to represent the resources required throughout the life of the project. So, for example, you can say, you see here that during the months of March, April, and May, the requirements of programmers is very high compared to those of technical writers, business analysts, and managers. So most of the development work will be carried on during the months of March, April, and May. This is the estimation of activity resources, where your inputs are the project management plan, resource management plan, and the project documents. The tools used are bottom-up estimating, analogous estimating, parametric estimating, and the project management information system. And the outputs are the resource breakdown, structure, and updates to the project documents. This is the acquire resources process, where you have the same project management plan, project documents. Now the tools and techniques here are the decision making, and as well as interpersonal and team skills. And the outputs are your physical resource assignments, the resource calendars, and project management plan updates. This is the develop team process. So some of the tools used are co-location, where teams are brought together within the same location. You have communication technology, and then you have the various interpersonal skills like conflict management, influencing, motivation, and negotiation, and team building. Outputs are team for performance assessments, change requests, and project document updates. This is where you do the management of the team. So some of the techniques used are conflict management, decision-making, emotional intelligence, and leadership. And you update the project management plan with these documents. Here you control your resources. So how you monitor and control is through data analysis, cost-benefit analysis, trend analysis, and problem-solving techniques. And the documents that are at the output are project management plan updates and the project document updates. This is called the Tuckman's ladder. And it shows you the various stages in the formation of a team. So first step is the team comes together, and that is called the forming stage. So people who don't know each other very well come together, and they have to get used to working together. The next stage is the storming stage, where people have disagreements with each other about the work that they have to do, or they just cannot get together. Next stage is the norming stage, where slowly trust develops. People get to work together. They talk about things other than work, and they establish rapport, and they're able to work together. So trust develops in this stage, in the norming stage. In the performing stage, the team starts delivering results because they are quite adapted to working together. They also spend more time together. And the final stage is the adjourning stage, where the team is disseminated after the project completion. This is about managing conflicts. So why do conflicts occur normally within a team? It's some of the reasons here are scarce resources. You have scheduling priorities. You have different personal work styles. You have different experience levels, and you have communication issues. And here, how do you resolve these conflicts? There are 5 techniques. Like one is withdraw or avoid. The second technique is smooth or accommodate. The next is compromising. The next is forcing or directing. And the last one is collaborating or problem solving. Among these, the problem solving or collaboration technique is the best technique to arrive at a solution. Withdrawal only postpones the problem and defers the resolution. Smoothing is to have a temporary resolution to the disagreement. And compromise is like give and take. A compromise is like both parties have to give something and take something. So it's a give and take. And forcing or directing is to use authority to resolve the conflict. These are the powers of a project manager, the different powers. The first is the formal power based on the position of the project manager. This is the second is the reward power. This stems from giving rewards. Next comes the penalty or the coercive power. This comes from his or her ability to penalize the team members. Next comes from expert power. This is by virtue of being a technical expert on a topic or a subject matter expert. And finally, you have the referent power, which is more of charisma and fame. So this comes from another person liking the project manager or respecting him. Now we come to the different organizational theories. McGregor's theory. This theory indicates there are two categories of managers, those of category X and category Y. So those from category X believe that the team is not capable of working on their own. They need continuous monitoring. They need direction. And such managers do not trust their employees to work. Whereas theory Y, managers under this category believe that their team members can work with minimum supervision and they are out to achieve something. They can do things proactively. So that is the difference between theory X and theory Y. This is a very common organizational theory, Maslow's theory of needs, which states that the main basic need of a person is a physiological need, the first need for food, water, sleep, etc. The second need is need for safety, like health, family, property, etc. The next need is social need, friendship, family, intimacy. The next higher need is need for self-esteem, confidence, respect. And the final need is for self-actualization. This is Frederick Herzberg's two-factor theory. The two factors are hygiene factors and the motivating factors. So these factors here are considered as hygiene factors: the working conditions, the supervisor quality, the basic wage, co-worker relations. These are considered hygiene factors, whereas the real motivating factors are the need for recognition, responsibility, advancement, and personal growth. So what we have covered in this module, in this domain, are the definition of project resource management, the different processes, the phases in which our team is formed, the 5 stages of team formation, and then we have also touched upon some of the organizational theories. Now let us check your understanding on this domain by going through this quiz. The first question: you are part of a project team working on a complex technical project. The project manager, who has a strong background in the technical aspects of the project, is often sought out by team members for advice and guidance on technical issues. Their technical expertise is widely recognized and respected by the team. What type of power does the project manager possess in this scenario? Is it A, reward, B, coercive, C, referent, or D, expert? At this point, you can pause the video, read the question once again, and select your answer. So in this question, you're talking of a project manager who has a strong background in technical aspects. So he is like a subject matter expert. So it is not choice number A, B, or C, because they're talking of reward, coercive, or referent powers. So this is the expert power that we are seeing here. So the correct choice is expert. So we go to the next question. The project has been challenging to manage. Everyone has been on edge due to pressure to complete the project on time. Unfortunately, the tension has grown to the point where team meetings have become shouting matches and little work is accomplished during the meetings. One team member asks to be excused from future team meetings as all the shouting upsets him. Meanwhile, the sponsor has asked to attend team meetings in order to better understand how the project is going and the issues involved in completing the project. And the customer has started discussions about adding scope to the project. In this situation, it would be best for the project manager to A, ask the sponsor if the information needed could be sent in a report rather than have her attend the meetings. B, inform the team member who asked to be excused from the meetings of the value of communication in such meetings. C, involve the team in creating ground rules for the meetings. And D, hold a team building exercise that involves all the team members. So at this point, you can pause the video, read the question again, and then select your correct answer. So this question is talking about a meeting in general, which is very disorderly and there is a lot of noise and shouting. So what is the cause? What is the root cause? Is it A? Can you stop that by sending the sponsor an email rather than having them attend the meeting? No. So A is ruled out. So informing the team member about the value of such meetings, can it help? B is also not a good choice. D is holding a team building exercise. Can it help solve the meeting problem? Now, what is the main cause of the meeting noise? It is because we have not had ground rules before the meeting. So this choice C is the best choice, involving the team in creating ground rules for the meeting. That would help. So that is the correct answer. Next question. You are managing a project team that has encountered a conflict between two senior members regarding the approach to be taken for a critical task. The disagreement is affecting team morale and productivity. You need a resolution technique that will not only address the immediate issue, but also ensure a long-lasting solution and maintain a positive working relationship within the team. Which conflict resolution technique is best suited for this scenario? Is it A, smoothing, B, forcing, C, problem solving, or D, withdrawal? So this is about conflict resolution. You can pause the video at this point, think about, read the question well, and then select your answer. Now, in this question, we are looking for a long-lasting solution for a conflict. So, smoothing is a temporary solution. So, A is ruled out. B, forcing is like directing and trying to order the solution, trying to get a quick solution. So, that is also ruled out. B is ruled out. D is withdrawal. This is avoiding the conflict. So it is not a solution. So which is the best and long-lasting solution? That is choice C, which is problem solving. So we go to the next question. You're managing a project to develop a new software application. To ensure clarity in roles and responsibilities, you decided to create a RACI chart. Your team includes a project manager, a lead developer, a quality assurance specialist, and a business analyst. In the RACI chart, which role should be assigned the A, accountable designation for the task of approval of final software? Is it the project manager, the lead developer, the quality assurance specialist, or the business analyst? You can pause the video at this point, read the question again, and then select your answer. So here they're trying to test you on the knowledge of the different roles. Who is accountable and who is responsible? The lead developers, they develop the solution, so they are responsible, not accountable. Quality assurance specialist, they are responsible for testing and validating the software. And a business analyst is responsible for getting the requirements. So who is accountable? It is the project manager. So here, the correct answer is project manager. And we come to the last question. Your team has recently stopped arguing and jostling for power. Now they are just beginning to learn to trust each other and adjust their work habits to each other. What stage of team development are they in? Is it A, norming, B, storming, C, forming, or D, performing? So this is the question regarding the Tuckman's ladder. So you can pause the video at this point, read the question again, and select the answer. So we have learned about the Tuckman's ladder. It proceeds from forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. So forming stage is the team is just getting to know each other. Storming stage, there is some disagreement. And in the norming stage, that is the stage when team members begin to slowly trust each other. So the answer is not B, C, or D. The answer is A, norming, where trust begins to develop. And performing stage is the stage where they begin to deliver on the project. So the correct answer here is norming. So I hope you enjoyed this quiz. Thank you. So we have gone through the team domain of project management. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like it, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you very much.